Hey guys, I am back with another installment in my planner review series this year for a review comparison style video today. I got a lot of requests to share these planners. I've never purchased them or had them before or seen them in person, so I'm looking at them for the first time along with you, and we're going to compare them side by side. Well, we're going to compare each and then look at them side by side. And those two planners are the Simplified planner by now wait, hold on, I have to remember. The Simplified planner is by Emily Lay, that's right, and the Day Designer is by Whitney English. And I have both of them. They are very, very similar right off the bat. I'm just gonna take you in a little close up here and kind of give you a look at them side by side. You can see they are really similar in size and shape and just outward appearance looking in. Just on first glance, the Simplified planner seems just a smidge taller than the Day Designer and maybe just a tiny bit longer in length. So I have their actual measurements. The Simplified planner is 9 by 10 inches and the Day Designer is 9 by 9.5. So it is a half an inch smaller, but you can see even the coil, the ring coils look the same. This bronzied with the double rings. Again, I'm going to say that they look pretty comparable actually. I mean, if we really lined them up, I think they look pretty much the same. And then both of the planners have the gold cornered protective corners. So that's very similar as well. They are also, I believe, well, I know that the Day Designer is made in the USA. I don't actually know if the Simplified planner is, but I will pop that in. Oh, so it's actually printed and bound in China. So the Day Designer is USA made and the Simplified planner is made in China. But each of these planners are designed in the US by these wonderfully, really creative and awesome entrepreneurial women. And they both have amazing stories, and I will have their websites linked below if you guys would like to learn more about them. But they're actually very similar on the inside layout as well. So kind of getting back to the planner themselves, let's just open up here. You can see the Simplified planner has this slip pocket, which has it at an angle, so you can slip papers in there. And the Day Designer does as well, but it is straight across and a little bit more narrow. And the Day Designer comes packed with a couple of, promotional material. And the pocket seems, I don't know, like a little bit reinforced, but I wouldn't say it's, you could pull on it really tightly. Whereas the Simplified planner, I feel like the pocket has a little bit more oomph to it. All right, so now let's look at the planners. They're both ring-bound style, like I said, and they both are approximately the same size. And the front page this book belongs to, kind of similar on each one. And then if we get into here is the story, a note from Emily, a note from Whitney. This one on the Day Designer says how to use this planner. And then it gives you some space to write, kind of like a vision board. So let's kind of zoom in on this for a minute. Envision extraordinary. So this can help you outline your vision for the year, your mission and why, family goals, financial goals, career goals, and spiritual goals, and then personal goals, and then 3 big ideas. So this is kind of to help you figure out your passions and your principles and your values here, and your goals and your vision for the year. And this gives you kind of a lot of planning techniques and tips for how to manage your time and kind of bring your goals to fruition. And then this is really interesting here in the Day Designer. We have the yearly goal setting for 3, 6, 9 months, and then a year. And then the goal layout, goal sheets. And then there is a 2015, I did this last time too, 2015 year at a glance calendar, which is always very helpful. And then important things and a victory list. And then it starts in with the monthly view. So since we started in this one, let's just keep going, and then we're going to come back to the Simplified planner in a moment. So I'm just going to pop that one to the side. Alright, so here we are, the monthly tab. So you can see it's broken down. This is a 1 year and it's a day on a page. calendar. Now the Day Designer only comes in this format. I have the gold stripe design here. This was a limited edition that sold out, but they have 8 other designs available and they sell through Etsy. And the Day Designer sells for $59 plus shipping. And like I said, it's 9 by 9.5 inches. Now we've got a tab for each month and slightly reinforced cardstock for the monthly divider pages, and then the tabs themselves are laminated for further stability, and it has notes for the month, and on the other side more room for notes. Now this is what a page looks like. I'm actually going to flip over so we can start with the calendar. So you get the month at a glance calendar, and the monthly calendars are incorporated within the within the day calendar. So it's not separate. It's not like all of the monthly calendars at the front and then the day calendars at the back. It's all together per each month. And this gives you a lot of room. This is, this is even bigger than A5 size, like Filofax inserts or large ring binder style inserts. So you get a lot of space here. This is very, very clear and easy to kind of access visually and fill in yourself. There's not a lot going on in it. It has goals for the month at the top, then a month at a glance, and it gives you, some guidelines for how to use your calendar. And then it has an authenticate challenge at the bottom of each month, and you can also download a worksheet for the authenticate challenge on their website. So I'm not exactly sure what the authenticate challenge is. Let's read it for January. It says, take some time this month to assess your assets. What strengths, skills, and passions do you already have, and how do these play to your advantage? Think about times when you use your strengths with positive results. Can you incorporate these stories into your big picture brand story? So these are tools to help you visualize and goal set. So that's kind of fun. I mean, not everybody would go for that, but it's in such small print at the bottom that it doesn't really interfere with the layout of the calendar, which I like. Now if we flip over, you can see the day on a page here. So we've got Friday, Saturday. Looks like the weekend you get 1 page per weekend. So weekend days are half size, but the days of the week you get the whole sheet. And the sheet has many sections. Again, there's a lot of space to write. It's very clear, but there's a lot of little kind of built-in organizational parts to this. So it's got the date at the top, and then today's top 3 with a checkbox, a do section, dollars section, don't forget, and dinner. So you can meal plan and budget and all of that on your daily spread. Then it has a time schedule from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. and then other to-dos with a check mark list. I really like this setup personally. It's kind of what I use now with my do-it-yourself-ish inserts in my ring style planner, my binder style planner. Then in the bottom it says download. And I think what they mean by download, I haven't quite read through it all yet. It's just kind of like a brain dump. And then daily gratitude. So that's kind of nice. It's all built in. And then the weekend sheet is everything's just kind of condensed, where for each weekend you get, instead of the today's top 3, you have take a time out, fun things to do with a section for 3 things. And then the little sections for what worked, what didn't next week, and don't forget. And then a schedule from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. for both Saturday and Sunday, and then the same thing, a download, and then weekly gratitude. And then at the top of each page is a very small quote, sort of an inspirational quote. So it has a little bit of decoration, if you think of that as decoration built in, but it's not huge. It's not like overwhelming the page. So this is very customizable. This is very, for being a spiral style binder where you can't take the pages out, they give you a lot of room to kind of make this work for you. And I really like the organization they set up. So this goes on from January 2015 through December. And it's the same for every month. And then we get to the very, very back of the book. And it's simply a calendar. There's no other parts in this. It's for planning, it's for calendar, scheduling, all that. At the very, very back, there's a 2016 planning calendar, just like an Attic Nights planning calendar. And that is it. That is the whole calendar. Now I do notice that, I think maybe just because it's brand new and haven't used it or anything, that it's a little bit, no, it's fine. It was a little bit stiff to kind of turn the pages and stuff on the first try, but it seems fine now. The paper seems moderately thick, I would say. I haven't tested it, but it's not too thin, but it's not the thickest paper ever. This is a hefty This is a hefty book. I thought it'd be kind of interesting to weigh it. So I'm gonna have my handy dandy kitchen scale here, and we are gonna give it away. So I get 917 grams, which translates to 2 pounds and 3/8 ounces. So it's a hefty binder. And I know I'm going to get asked, so I am going to just briefly show you it next to my Erin Condren Life Planner, although I'm not comparing this planner with these because the Erin Condren Planner setup is much different. Just to give you a quick rundown, it's got the month and then a weekly calendar, so it's not the same at all. It's not a daily spread calendar. So I'm not going to compare that with these planners specifically, although I am going to be comparing the Erin Condren planner to either one or two other similar style planners in the upcoming weeks. But as you can see, this is an 18-month planner, and it is just as thick but much smaller in size than the Day Designer. And even with all of my little extra things in it, let's just weigh it just for fun, because why not? My Erin Condren planner with everything in it weighs 709 grams or 1 pound 9 ounces, so significantly smaller and less heavy. So those are things to consider. I see this as a desktop planner. I probably wouldn't want to carry it around all the time with me, but that's a personal choice. You know, that's a choice you have to make for yourself. All right, so now that we've taken a look at the inside of the Day Designer, which is beautiful, and I will say the cover is very nice, very heavy-duty cardboard, nice glossy finish, not too many bells and whistles with the design. It's really nice, and I really like the accent blue on the inside. I think that Robin's Egg blue, Tiffany blue, if you will, is really nice. This feels very sturdy, and like it'd be a really nice desktop piece, like I said. Now, back to the Simplified planner. Right off the bat, one of the differences is that this comes with a built-in elastic band. The Day Designer does not have a band. You could, of course, put one on, but they don't sell one. This one comes with it included. So if that's important to you, that's something to consider. Also, important to note, both of these planners, neither of them come with a you know, like a today marker, a calendar, a page marker, or a ruler, which I actually really liked using in my Erin Condren Life Planner. So I feel like this is a little stiff, and I see that it looks like one of my rings is out of bent, and maybe that's what's causing the problem. I mean, that can be a problem with these ring style binders, and when they both came shipped, very nice, packaged up really well. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is how the Day Designer came packaged, with tissue and a nice velvet bow, but it's also in a plastic overwrap. And then the Simplified planner just came in the plastic overwrap, like so. So, you know, that some people like to know how they come packaged. So that right off the bat is a little bit, I mean, the rings are already out of whack and I haven't even used it yet. So that's a bit of a bummer. Like I said, the rings on my Day Designer seem okay, but I can see even now that the top ring and the bottom ring already look a little bit bent out of shape. I've never had an issue with my Erin Condren coil. It is very, very, very sturdy. Maybe it's the double coil, like it's slightly thinner. It seems like a little less sturdy. So that's something to consider. So let's get into this now. So like we said at the beginning, it's kind of the same. They have a note from Emily, and then kind of guidelines on the process of simplifying, how to use your planner, how to care for it, and then 2015 at a glance, a 2015 bucket list, and the 2015 holiday. So there's a little bit less here in the beginning. The front of the planner is sort of the extras. There's not as much planning guidance or room for planning. If you wanted to do that in your planner, that might be something that Day Designer has over this one. And the 2015 at a glance calendar has no room to write anything. So I don't know, that might be important to some people. I'm going to say that the paperweight feels about the same. Again, I haven't used any pens with it yet, so I can't comment on that, although I will comment on it in my coordinating blog post when I've had a chance to play around a bit. But again, you can see the setup is very similar. Now, another difference is that the monthly dividers for the Simplified planner are not reinforced. They are not cardstock. They are just paper. There is a laminated tab, but this feels a little bit more flimsy. And there's no room for notes. This has a, this looks like Yeah, it looks like the tabs are just kind of popped in as we get to the month. There's no separator dividers for the month, so that's one of the differences there. Now let's open up to the month at a glance calendar. Again, very similar format where the month at a glance comes before the daily pages. Again, I really like this. It's very open. There's a lot of room for customizing yourself. It's very clear to read. There's a little quote at the top and a little at a glance previous and next month's calendar. Space for notes on the side, and they have the holidays built right in. They use the paper pretty well. I feel like the day designer did kind of economize the paper a little bit more, so there's a little bit, the boxes are a little bit bigger, maybe only slightly, to be honest. So it's pretty similar, I would say. Now let's pop over to the pages here. Now, just like with the day designer, the Simplified planner has the weekday, week on full page, and then you get a breakdown of 2 days for the weekend. I personally don't like it when planners do this. I would rather have a day for every, if I'm getting a day on a page calendar, I want a day for every page. I don't want a day just for 2 days on the weekend, because my weekend days are just as jam-packed as my weekdays. So that's just a personal thing, but this seems to be a very common practice among daily calendars. So there's that. So here we have the date on the top for the day on the page, weekday. Then a little quote on the top. Again, doesn't take up a lot of room, but it's a little inspirational quote. And then we have today a scheduler from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it's the time slot's a little bit shorter, but it looks like there's more room to write. And then the to-do list is a little bit smaller, but again, it's got the check off bullet points there, and then a space for notes and a space for dinner. So it's got a little less built in organizationally speaking, but there's a lot of room to write and make things your own. And then for the weekend pages, we get half, the top half is for Saturday and the bottom half is for Sunday. And again, you get a quote just for the one page, and then the today is broken up into AM, lunch, and PM, and then a very short to-do list and notes. And same for Sunday, except instead of notes, you have a section for weekly prep, and it's just a checklist. Plan meals for the week, tidy up for a clean slate on Monday, write tasks and appointments for the week, and fill your tank. Enjoy what matters most. And then there's space for a happy memory from this week. So again, there's a little less kind of, given guidelines, but if you want a little bit less, this might be for you. And like I said, there's no actual dividers for the months. They just pop the tabs on when the new month at a glance comes up. So at the end of the daily pages, then we move on to the monthly pages. Now if we flip all the way to the back, again, this one ring, this one spiral part at the top, it's really kind of messing everything up because it's bent, so that's unfortunate. And it was packaged really well. The planner came in a box and was in bubble wrap. So I think one of the things I would suggest if they were looking for suggestions is to maybe get a different ring style, more sturdy coil, because I don't feel like the coil is good if I've only opened it once and it's already done that. So there's no advanced planning for next year. There's no room for 2016 planning. The end is just the end, and it says do what matters, forget the rest. And then the back is just the back. There's no folder at the back, and there's no folder at the back of the other one either. And again, because of that one messed up coil, I have a little bit of trouble emptying it. But I think they're really, really nice planners. Oh, I almost forgot to weigh this one. Let's see how this feels very similar to the Day Designer, so I'm interested to see how it stacks up. So it's 882 grams. It's just a tiny bit lighter. It weighs in at 1 pound, 15 ounces and 1/8. 1 pound, 15 and 1/8 ounces. So it's almost 2 pounds. It's just shy of 2 pounds, where that one was just over 2 pounds. So they're very, very similar in weight. And the Day Designer retails for $59 and the Simplified Planner retails for $58. So again, very comparable in price. The Simplified Planner, most of them, and there's only, I think, 2 other designs. This is the Happy Stripe. There's 2 other designs. There's a navy dot and a pink key. It also comes in a weekly edition, but only in the navy dot. Now, I don't know how the weekly edition is set up, but it does come in that, and it's $42, so it's a little less expensive and probably a little less full and a little less heavy. But they're both really nice planners, very comparable, just a few kind of cosmetic differences and organizational differences in terms of the pages, but the general layout and the actual structure of both planners is very, very similar. These are really, really nice. I would say they're slightly less expensive than the Erin Condren Life Planner if you're going to be adding a lot of personalization to the Erin Condren Life Planner. You cannot personalize these, so there's that. And they don't come with any kind of customizable inserts or stickers or things like that that you can get with the Erin Condren Life Planner. I know that Emily Lay sells these stickers. I did buy a pack just to check them out. They're little flag stickers for use in her planners, or you don't even have to have one of her planners to buy them. But they're just these little flag stickers. It was really the only accessory I saw that was planner specific, so I thought I would take a look at them and see what they were all about. But they're really nice stickers, but you know, you don't need them for the planner to make it work. But that is my comparison review. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I do have a giveaway for you guys. I wanted to share the planner love, so I went a little cray-cray and I bought 2 of the Gold Stripe Day Designers and 2 of the Happy Stripe Simplified planners to give away. And when you enter the giveaway, you will be able to specify which one you would prefer in the case that you win. So if you want to be entered to win the giveaway, please head on over to my coordinating blog post, which is where I always have product photos and links where I can find them. And it's very easy, just follow the easy written instructions to enter. The giveaway will run for 1 week's time. Like I said, there will be 4 winners, so 2 winners for each planner, and you will be able to specify which planner you want when you enter to win the giveaway for if you won. So good luck to all of you guys. I will be back with more planner updates. Not updates, reviews. Like I said, I have an Erin Condren review. I'm going to compare against Plum Paper Designs and possibly one other, but definitely at least the Plum Paper design because that's a very similar layout. And then I have a couple other style planners and calendars I'm going to be reviewing and comparing for you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I'm so enjoying sharing with you, and thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye.